Yo, what's going on, guys? It's Houston Sports Talk back in another video today, and today the Philadelphia 76ers are signing Andre Drummond to a $10 million deal. 2 years, $10 million for Andre Drummond, 6'11 center. Drummond, who is 30 years old, will be getting a second chance with this 76ers team. The two-time All-Star, four-time rebound champ, and one-time All-NBA is going back to the 76ers, where he played 49 games with 12 starts with the 76ers in the 21-22 season, averaging 6 points per game with 9 rebounds per game. Andre Drummond this past season had a really good season with the Chicago Bulls, averaging 8 points per game with 9 rebounds per game. Also had 1 block per game with the Bulls. His field goal percentage this past season with the Chicago Bulls was at 55.6%. This was his second season with the Bulls. He averaged 6 and 7 rebounds per game with 1 block per game in the 2022-23 season. Obviously, the 21-22 season, he spent some time with the Philadelphia 76ers. He was involved in the James Harden trade, where James Harden gets sent to Philadelphia. He gets sent with Seth Curry and Ben Simmons to go to Brooklyn. And he goes to Brooklyn, plays 24 games with 24 starts after being with the 76ers, and gets 22 minutes per game, averages 12 points per game. He also averages 10.3 rebounds per game with 1.1 steals per game, 1 steal per game and 1 block per game. And before that, 2020-21 season, he spent some time with the Cavaliers and the Lakers. He averaged 18 points per game with the Cavaliers with 13.5 rebounds per game and a total of 25 games with 25 starts. He was absolutely doing fantastic. Even got 1.2 blocks per game with 1.6 steals per game. And then they buy him out. He signs with the Lakers, 21 games played with the Lakers and 25 minutes per game with them. Averages 12 points per game, 10 rebounds per game with LA. 2019-20 season, he was with the Pistons and the Cavaliers, was Defensive Player of the Year candidate, 8th place in voting. He averaged 17.7 points per game with 15.2 rebounds per game. He also averaged 2 steals per game and 2 blocks per game. 2018-19 season with the Pistons, he averaged 17.3 points per game with almost 16 rebounds per game and 2 blocks per game and almost 2 steals per game. 2017-18 season was his second All-Star appearance, was 15th place in Defensive Player of the Year voting and 4th place in Most Improved Player of the voting. He finished with 15 points per game. He also finished with 16 rebounds per game, his highest in a season, 3 assists per game, which still to this day is his highest assist total in a season, 1.5 steals per game, which at the time was his highest steal total in a season. Obviously, it's higher now, but at the time. And then 1.6 blocks per game, which at the time was his second highest. And his field goal percentage that season with the Pistons was 53%. And obviously, that was the year where him and Blake Griffin were dominant with each other, and the Pistons were a good team. Obviously, there have been other really good years for Andre Drummond in his career. I'm not going to go over the rest, but I love this signing for the 76ers because you have a center in Joel Embiid who's so dominant, and he's your star. But we saw Joel Embiid have some injuries last year. He had to kind of get through some injuries last year, and I really like Paul Reed. I'm interested to see what will happen with him as the 76ers have brought him in. But Joel Embiid only played 39 games this past season. Joel Embiid missed 43 games. So, look, Paul Reed's a good center. I don't really like him as a starting center, though, if Joel Embiid gets hurt. Andre Drummond has showed, look, I can do really good when starting and when getting a bunch of minutes. He's shown that in the last couple seasons when, getting, chances to start with whoever it may be. With Chicago, there were a couple times where Vucevic, would get injured, and Drummond would absolutely do fantastic and would put up really good numbers. You can look at with Brooklyn. With Brooklyn, when he was a starter for 24 games with Brooklyn, he averaged 12 points per game, 10 rebounds per game. The 2021 season with Cleveland as a starter for 25 games, he averaged 17 with 13. With the Lakers as a starter in 2021 season, averaged 12 and 10. So right now, he's the best. I think he's one of the best backup centers you can have in basketball, and the perfect center to bring in if anything happens to Joel Embiid. I think this is a great addition for the 76ers. Let me know your thoughts, and peace out.